After the Apple event last September, a lot of people started making memes after Apple's iPhone announcement. I laughed at the memes and mostly agreed with everyone. And here I am now unboxing my iPhone 15 Pro. And here is my story. Alrighty, so I'm just on my way to the mall right now. We'll be there in about 10-15 minutes. I just want to talk about why I want to upgrade from my iPhone 13 mini to iPhone 15 Pro. My biggest reason for this upgrade is for creative reasons. I've been thinking of getting a smaller vlog camera for a while. I could really benefit from a second camera that's a lot smaller that I can bring around places and take into experiences. I thought working along with a smaller device could really benefit me. So I've been looking at the vlog cameras and there are quite a few out there now. But what I want to do is not to spend a whole lot on a vlog camera just because it's going to be used for YouTube, not so much for production work. Then I looked at some of the cheaper options and there's quite a few out there that are also actually great quality as well as being cheap. You know, I started thinking, I was like, okay, iPhone 15 is coming out. I looked into the features and stuff and there's couple things in specific that really got my attention that we'll talk about. I remember my friend Anthony Gugliotta, he always says this: if you want to get a cheap camera and like a cheap lens, a cheaper version of this bundle, just shoot on your phone. I'm gonna upgrade my phone and make this process even better quality for me, giving me more control. Control is the key word here, and I think that's the biggest thing that got my attention with the iPhone 15 Pro. Anyways, we're almost at the mall. We'll go grab the phone and then we'll chat. Special thanks to the folks in the Apple store. All I had to do was shake my camera and the phone appeared. Just look at it. Really excited for this. I'm just heading home to unbox the phone and then we're gonna put the phone through a good test. The unboxing experience is just what you'd expect from Apple. We are greeted with the phone and the USB-C cable that it now comes with. I'm actually pretty happy about the USB-C. First thing I noticed was that the phone feels heavy and expensive. I mean, of course, compared to a 13 mini, it has to be heavier, but it feels heavy compared to the other phones that is close in size to the 15 Pro. I got the black titanium and I'm extremely happy with my choice. It looks super slick. The setup was easy as usual. I just love how the Apple ecosystem makes everything easier. So I got the 13 mini when it was first released. The thing that really interested me with the 13 mini was the size. I wanted to have a smaller phone that would be lighter to carry. Within the past couple years, a lot has changed in content expectations. I'm at a point where I need to capture footage that is more consistent with a professional look. And sometimes with certain types of content, it is better to shoot with iPhone but have the control to match colors and quality with more professional gear. I have two reasons to switch to the iPhone 15 Pro. Firstly, the log profile. This is where control comes in. The quickest way to determine how good a sequence of footage is by judging color correction and consistency in color grading between different clips. So it's important for me to have a device where I can match colors with my professional gear. I really wanted the iPhone 15 Pro as my B camera because I can bring this camera anywhere with me without worrying about lenses, microphone, autofocus, and just size in general. Now that we have the USB-C in iPhone 15s, this allows us to use external drives. That means we can record those heavy ProRes Log files right into a drive without filling our phone storage. You can plug this drive right into your computer and start editing without worrying about a footage dump. ProRes Log and external storage support are my two big reasons for buying the all-new iPhone 15 Pro. I mean, there are lots of other features that are new, especially in the photography department, but we can make another video about that later. Now, let's go and test out the camera in my use case scenarios, vlogging and taking the phone in spaces where a camera would be weird. I'm already loving how discreet filming with the iPhone 15 Pro is. If I was to bring a whole rig to a coffee shop, people would think I'm crazy, but this way with a phone, people think I'm a little less crazier. See, the thing with iPhone is that I feel like I have to lock focus, so because I don't want the focus to go back and then the exposure keeps changing with iPhones. I don't like that. Right now I'm shooting from the front lens. I want to test it out and see how that color grades and stuff. I know it's lower in quality probably, but we'll see. I just went to a park near my place. At this time of the season, the colors are really nice, so I wanted to test out the colors in different lighting from the morning. I love how the skin tones are showing, and I love the fact that the footage does not look so sharp. It looks a little soft and I like it. From here, I went to meet my friend. We're gonna go have lunch, and I'm gonna try to film at the restaurant. I just really want to challenge this camera in different lighting scenarios. My friend never recommends food, but he recommended that we get junior chicken with sweet chili sauce, and it was to die for. Okay, so the external drive, the SSD, is kind of getting annoying with it just kind of dangling. I really need to find a system for it, and the battery is actually draining quite fast with all the recording, so we'll see. Since we're redoing the office space, I just wanted to come to IKEA to see what we can get inspired from. These are the panels that I was talking about in my last video. I feel like the biggest rebel. Usually, it's too risky to bring a camera on here, but yeah. In general, I already love this phone by looking at the test shots that I've shot today. I bought this phone for video, and it does it so well. There is something to be said about the importance of what you're shooting rather than how you're shooting it. And I completely support this 100%, but it really does not hurt to maximize potential in quality and consistency when it comes to color grading. I choose to have a color grading that is more cinematic in all of my content, so it makes sense to bring a camera or a phone that can complement my needs. I always wanted to capture this shot at a grocery store, and I'm so happy that I finally did it. After I finish grocery shopping, I'm gonna head home, and I got some work to complete. Okay, so I've been looking at the footage like since I came back home, and the color grading and how well it takes the colors. I can't believe this is a phone. Like, I'm shocked. I'm so happy with this. But of course, like anything, there's some things that I don't like, which I'm gonna mention at the end of the video. And this is all recorded right into the phone, and the microphone seems to be sounding okay for now. Big shout out to Clux and Colors for this amazing package. Thank you so much. They even have a guitar pick in the box. So nice. Thank you for coming along with me on this iPhone 15 Pro journey. I have to say I'm pretty impressed with this phone. Now, with that being said, there are two issues that I need to mention. One of them being the battery life. ProRes just eats your battery. I get why that happens. I mean, it's a very heavy process to handle. I just hope that within time that'll get addressed. And also, this one thing has really bothered me. My use case for the iPhone 15 is to have a phone in my hand, be natural when I'm in public, doing my vlogs and that kind of stuff. Whereas with an SSD, you still have something kind of dangling in your hand. And now I know there are some fixes, and I know iPhone though actually made a really good video about it, and his solution is actually pretty good. I may look into doing that, but what bothers me is that with the 128 gigs, you can't do internal recording with ProRes Log. Sometimes I know it's gonna consume a lot of space. Sometimes I just want to film without the SSD. I don't like that idea, and I know people are probably gonna talk about this more often, and I predict in the future that it'll get fixed where if you have a 128 gig model, you can actually shoot internal with it. And keep in mind, if you are attaching an SSD to your iPhone, hard drives or even external drives are not meant to move at all times. When you have it attached to a phone, you're putting it in your pocket, taking it out and plugging it off, plugging it back in. It's not good for your external drive. Make sure if you are building a habit to shoot with an SSD, make sure to back up your data or not keep anything super important there. Just something good to keep in mind. Other than that, I actually am a big fan of this phone. I love the black titanium, and the case for it is actually coming tomorrow. We will probably make another video to cover the photography aspect of this camera, of this phone. I keep saying it's a camera, but it's a phone. We will make another video about that. So if you have any questions about the iPhone or the photography features, let me know. And I tried taking some photos. They look really nice. Just finishing the day off with some cardio and gaming. Everything starting from the cinematic part has been shot on the iPhone 15 Pro. I really wanted to test it out in real life, take a look at the zoom, color grading, and how it performs with sound recording. If you did enjoy the video, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.